Hey Synth Dragons. So I got my replacement Modal Argon 8 and it works perfectly. And I wanted to share a really cool thing that I've been doing with it, and that's making lo-fi patches that sound like an 8-bit console, more so the NES. And let's get started. Let's start with an Init Patch. You hold the Init button until it says Patch Initialized, and then it'll be a sine wave, kind of like an FM synth. Alright, so we're already in the virtual analog mode, or using that to wavetable. I guess it's a wavetable. I don't think it's computed on the fly. So let's go ahead and move the wave knob until we get a square wave. The NES makes most of its audio using pulse waves that are controllable via their duty cycle, and a triangle wave that doesn't have very much functionality in terms of like volume and stuff. So we'll use a square wave. Alright, sounds really hi-fi though, and that's our problem. That's where the fun comes in on this synth. So let's go ahead and add a release to the amp envelope. We're in the amp envelope mode. Let's add some release. Alright, I love that sound. It's pretty cool. And we're going to add a derez modifier, I guess. It's a modifier. So what a modifier I think does on this is it takes the wavetable, recomputes it, puts it back into RAM, and then you can play from that. It doesn't do it in real time, so there's like a delay while it does it. So you can't have something that's modulating the wavetable with the derez, for instance, I don't think. Not until it's computed, so let's do that. To do that, we're going to hold the patch button, and we're going to go through the wave knob here until we see derez 3. Let's listen to that. That's going to sound very interesting. Yep, there we go. There's that crunchy kind of 8-bit sound. I'll go ahead and let's do this. There's it off. Kind of has that NES feel to it. You can hear it much better on a lower octave. But that's pretty awesome. So we're not quite there yet to where I really want to be, and we're going to use the effects section. While the effects section on the Argon 8 isn't stellar, the Lofi Effect and the delays are really nice on this. So let's do that. Press FX1 here, and we're going to move to the Lofi Effect, and make sure you click on the encoder so you actually select it. Alright, it's not doing much of anything right now. So we're going to go to the shift function, I believe, or is it just C? It's C. So without the shift function enabled, just the standard function, we're going to bring up C. And now what that does, you can hear that, that's a bit crusher. We want it around maybe 35. And that's really starting to sound really awesome. Let's add some other cool stuff to it. Let's go ahead and add a delay. We're going to add a stereo delay. This just sounds really neat. The A knob in this case without the shift function enabled is our dry wet mix. Let's go ahead and turn it to 64. Since it goes to 127, 63 to 64 is about half. Let's see, 64. Okay, let's go ahead and add some time to that, which is B. I like it at about 90, 95. Alright, it's sounding pretty cool. Let's use the reverb. Now I know the reverb doesn't sound very good on this, and I stated that before, but with a patch like this, it actually kind of works out, because it's a little of a low quality reverb, so it's pretty cool. So let's choose reverb for slot 3, and we're going to bring it up again, dry wet. Let's bring it up to about 63. Let's right there. Oh, 64. sounding really cool by the default settings. We're going to give it a little more time, which is B, so 70 is about what I like. And now that really kind of sucks the volume out of it, so let's bring the volume up out here. Alright, here's where the fun happens with the arpeggiator. With that bit crushing, it sounds really cool. Anyway, that's kind of just what I wanted to show you. A quick little video on a lo-fi 8-bit style plucked patch for the Argon 8. Thanks for watching.